Okay. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Thank you. I've been so busy with trials.
Oh my goodness, I can only imagine.
It has to be priority.
Of course.
But now I've prioritized myself and
Yeah.
my creative side
Yeah.
to intersperse between trials. So I just now tell bench officers, I'm sorry, I'm not available in the month of April.
Power move.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
So good.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling today?
Good.
We'll
I'm
do this
happy to
to
be
get us
back
loosened
with
up.
you. I'm
Thank
happy to
you.
be back doing this. And it's a different season.
It's so fun because it was like, I think we started talking about bringing Snap Out of It back over a year ago. And we both were
Probably.
like, when the timing's right, it will come
Yeah.
together. We started the conversation. We kept in touch.
Right. We
of-
waited on the universe.
We waited on the universe.
And then the synchronicities began.
which is wild.
So exciting. And that's how you know you're like in the zone.
Yeah, that you're aligned with what you're meant to be doing and how
Exactly.
things are supposed to go. And we're very excited about it.
But sometimes the timing is hard to wait.
Patience, right?
I know, right?
It's
And
so
then
tough.
trust.
And trust.
Right.
Yeah. They're virtues for a reason.
Well, people had to align. We're having guest speakers. Their
Yeah.
schedules all needed to line up.
Yeah.
Everything had to fall in place, sort of like dominoes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
When you're working with other people's schedules, you have to be mindful of that kind of thing.
right.
Yeah,
Plus, we had to be in the space.
absolutely.
And we
What a
are.
lovely space.
We're
What a
in the
lovely
space.
space. Yes. I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of reintroduce people to you and, just start some conversation and kind of let people know what to look forward to in the coming episodes.
And
Snap out of it.
this is your first time on this side of the camera. You
Yes.
could hear Alex in the previous version.
Yes. I feel like
You
we've
can hear
always
his voice, the
Yeah.
podcast voice.
it's the mysterious producer in the background.
Yeah, but
But
you bring the magic, so you have to
Well,
be
that's very kind.
here, especially to reintroduce.
Yes, and I think like we always have had good conversations. So it was, I'm of course, very flattered that you wanted me to be a part of it on this side of things.
You bring the magic.
When it makes sense. Well, thank you. You are.
it's true.
It's kind of together we bring the magic, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I brought some questions. I thought that would be the easiest way to kind of get things rolling and get the juices flowing and get people excited about what's to come this season. If that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Okay, amazing. Okay, Ginger.
Yes.
For people just meeting you, who are you and what should they know about you?
Well, okay. This is hard for me. It's really hard to open up and say who I really am because I come from a background of dance performance. And so as a dancer, I could perform in a character. I didn't have to be me. So when you say, who are you? And I have to share who I really am, it's a little bit,
It's vulnerable.
I feel vulnerable and I feel a little anxious about it because opening up and being authentic and my true self with you is safe. You're my friend.
Yeah.
But then putting it out there for the world to see and, what if, somebody doesn't like what I say or they don't like the fact that I practice law, which I discovered people don't like lawyers. I was like, what on earth? So to answer your question, I'm going to go with my career labels first.
Okay, great.
So I'm a lawyer. Sorry. And when I meet people, I try to not say that I'm a lawyer at the very beginning because I want them to like me.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently some people don't like attorneys. I don't know what's going on. And I thought that would be such a great thing. I've been an attorney since the COVID pandemic.
Okay.
When some of my colleagues were closing their doors
Yeah.
because they literally couldn't get in their offices, I was opening mine.
Wow. What a challenging time to begin that journey. That's wild.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
So I'm an attorney. I am a mother.
Yes.
I am a school psychologist, a credentialed school psychologist. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, it's like a data analyst. So instead of sitting on the sofa and talking about your childhood with a warm, fuzzy type therapist,
yeah.
I put a propeller on my head and pins in my pocket and my glasses on, and I count the data and the statistics in a school for children that have special needs. Right?
Wow, okay.
So the background is very statistical and data analysis, which is in line with my real personality.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
No, really.
For sure.
No, it is.
Yeah,
I'm telling
I can
you.
totally see that.
I am a logistician in
Yep.
the Myers-Briggs personality, like
Okay, yeah.
seriously engineer type person. But no one believes me because I'm also a dancer and a performer. I used to be a professional dancer for the NBA and also in college at UCLA. I was a dancer for the football and basketball team. So I'm used to performing, which is a creative outlet. So we were talking before the podcast started that this past 2 years since we did season 1 has gone by.
Yeah.
And I've been engrossed in the logical, analytical world of law. And I've missed tapping into the creative right brain of performing.
Yeah.
Which I think is part of the reason why I want to, and we wanted to start season 2, to show people how important it is to use both sides of their brain, left and right. Even if you identify as a left brain person in your career or a right brain person in art, art or performing arts, whatever.
Yeah.
We can use both sides of our brain, which maximizes our potential and allows us to snap out.
There it is.
Of labels.
Yeah.
And so you notice that I identified myself by my career labels.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
However, I don't identify in any label as a whole. I have many facets, as we all do, right?
100%.
And so the purpose of this podcast is to help people learn how to snap out of limiting beliefs and limiting labels even.
Yes.
I'm adding the labels part because this day and age, there's so much about labels, right?
Goodness, yeah.
And people try to put labels on others, which is judgmental and it's violent communication I'm learning.
Wow. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Are you a blah-blah-blah?
Yep.
Then they categorize the person, which is a way of finger pointing and judging or labeling. So I really want people to get to know me first, authentic Ginger, before saying, oh, well, she's a lawyer, right?
100%. Yeah.
Because apparently attorneys aren't the most popular people in the entire world.
Who would have thunk?
Right. But I did that because that was part of my life purpose. And we'll talk about that in another episode, how I use the practice of law to help set people free, which is an interesting way of having a niche practice in family law, setting people free. And I'm a divorce lawyer. You could say, well, you're getting set free. But there's a deeper meaning, and we'll talk about that in the next 2 or 3 episodes so that, I expand on that.
Yes, I'm very excited to get into that because there is something that has always fascinated me about you is because when we first met, it was, I honestly I knew of your career, but I didn't see you like that at all because you do not come off as the stereotypical lawyer that I think people...
Really?
No. So it's
Thank you.
And so all the more exciting to do something like this because to give people an opportunity to challenge the belief that if you are a lawyer, you are this one way. And you're like, whoa. I am a myriad of other things before I am a lawyer.
Right.
But I also am a lawyer.
Right. But the thing is, when you're in a room and teaching in a presentation in front of attorneys that have been practicing for 30, 40, or 50 years, and you say, let's do the bend and snap. Like literally, I said this in a ballroom full of people in Boston. Okay.
Incredible.
And some people gave me a bad review. They're like, I didn't understand what she was talking about with that performance that she did. And then just this past weekend, I was at a conference in the desert with 400 of the most highly credentialed attorneys in California. It's called the ACFLS. Association of Certified Family Law Specialists. And a opposing counsel came up to me, somebody that I beat in San Luis Obispo, and said, hi, right? And we started talking about our initial communication. And I, in a room full of people, it was during a breakout, so not everyone could see me, but I started jumping up and down in place while I'm talking to a lawyer, opposing counsel, and then another lawyer with whom I was having a meeting the following day about a client. And I'm standing there jumping up and down because I was completely myself. I was being free because I had connected with them in an interpersonal way. And then I thought, I better stop jumping up and down because then I'm not being serious, right? Because lawyers have to be taken seriously.
Of course.
But if I were with my theater friends and starting to jump up and down, everyone would be jumping up and down at the same time, right?
Yes.
So where do I fit in? I don't. I can't. You can't label me. I can't label you.
No.
And we can't label any of us. Think about the labels that you have allowed someone to put on you or that you've put on yourself and snap out of it.
And so basically what we've just learned is that you are the real life Elle Woods. And this is...
No, don't label me. Don't label me.
Sorry, right. No. Sorry. Elle Woods is you. So when you say snap out of it, what do you mean by that?
Well, the exact most concise answer is snap out or wake up or stop with limiting beliefs. But the phrase came from originally my name, Ginger, and I had a friend call me Ginger Snap, right?
Yes.
But then also there's this thing when I was breaking out or breaking free of some oppression that I was in, I started snapping and I was criticized for snapping. right? Literally snapping. I would do like this over my head, and it would break things open, like spiritually or whatever. I know that sounds really weird, and I don't care.
No.
But there's something about it where you can snap your fingers and like wake up out of a trance or hypnosis, or if you're walking around in somebody else's narrative or someone else's fantasy or agenda, you can snap out of that. It's also a phrase, snap out of it, right?
Yeah,
like
totally.
wake up and break free, right? So that's what it means. And we've added that after snapping out of a limiting belief, and I'll talk more practically of how to do that because that's important. Also, we need to replace the previously limiting belief with a truth about ourselves. So replacing the limiting belief, identifying a limiting belief. Oh, I'm so stupid. Once you identify that, then replace those beliefs with what's true about us. And there are some general principles that are true about all people that can replace a false belief, a limiting belief.
What do you hope people feel after listening to this podcast?
So what I hope that people feel while listening to this podcast is free. Free.
Absolutely. Yes.
The freedom to be themselves, to the freedom to identify limiting beliefs and replace them with truth about themselves, which gives them hope and encourages them. So
it's so empowering too.
It is.
To be free. What kind of listener did you create this show for?
Everyone.
There it is. There is something in every episode for everyone. There's takeaways for everyone.
I hope so. Yeah.
This is not a show designed for lawyers.
No, not at all. I don't know that lawyers are going to watch it anyway.
I mean, again, like I said earlier, in meeting with you, you're fascinating. You have so much insight on so many different things, and I think, again, the lawyer part of you is just a part of you.
Right. Well, see, I don't think of myself as fascinating at all. What I think is that maybe I have something to share that can benefit others. And so the whole point is to help, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, I'm not all that, right? But I do have life experience and I have some education and knowledge and I'm learning. And so I feel like I can benefit, other people can benefit from my experience, strength, and hope.
Yes.
Which is program talk, by the way.
That's perfect.
I'm going to sprinkle in some program talk. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's the 12-step program, which I've gone through as an Al-Anon. Al-Anon is for people who have had a relationship with someone that has struggled with some sort of addiction.
Okay.
And the 12 steps of the program, which are not to be promoted, benefit almost anyone. So,
I love that.
Yeah, you don't have to have an addiction to something to benefit from the 12-step program.
Of course.
And in season 1, I talked about the committee in our heads, right?
Yes,
which is program talk. So what's the committee in your head telling you about yourself?
Right.
Because it comes from the family of origin. It comes from society, social media. It can come from our own self-criticism or doubt. So listen to the committee, identify that limiting belief system, that thought, and snap out of that. Right?
Yes. Why do you think so many people stay stuck even when they know they want more?
Fear.
That's a big one.
Right. Even if you identify the belief of, somebody has a false belief about themselves. I can never do that because I'm blah, blah, blah. Right. What if that weren't true?
Wow.
What if instead of saying I could never do XYZ because of ABC, what if you told yourself, maybe I can do XYZ, and A, B, and C are in the past? So one thing I always say, and I don't know if this is a famous saying or if I made it up, but the front windshield is a whole lot bigger than that teeny little rearview mirror. And so if you spend time looking in the rearview mirror, then you're missing the forward path that you can take.
It's a great visual.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have you heard of it before?
I've not heard it before.
I made it up.
How do law, dance, and spirituality all connect for you personally?
And psychology.
Yeah. 100%.
And parenting.
Yeah. How does it all connect for you personally?
Oh, well, it's that I can't be labeled on any of those because once I do something, I move to the next thing.
Yes.
Right? Oh, so you are a dancer. You're in the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. Let's try out for the Atlanta Hawks, the NBA. See if we can do that, right?
Yeah.
Make the one spot for the person that looks like me.
Wow.
How do they intersect? Well, I think for anybody, we can look at our achievements or our problems and see how that has created who we are today. So how does the law, psychology, spirituality, parenthood, and just living on the planet, well, they're all facets to the person, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so everyone has those facets. I just have different careers that then you can label, right?
Yeah.
But even a person who doesn't have letters behind their name has experiences that create who they are, including bad experiences.
Yeah.
Right? And so we
100%.
look at that, even though we only spend a little bit of time in the rearview mirror, we look at that and we go, how did that shape who I am today?
Yeah.
So the most horrible things that I've experienced where I've been having the dark night of the soul in the middle of the night,
Oh, gosh, yeah.
awake, crying,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They made me who I am today. And I'm actually grateful for them
Yeah.
because they gave me the fortitude to get through the next hard thing.
Okay, I have one more question.
Yes.
Okay, so as we've mentioned multiple times that there's so much more to you than your career. But what parts of yourself are you most excited for people to get to know through this show? Is there anything in particular that you're like,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if I can do it, you can do it.
oh, I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
me.
you are you. And
Right.
you're-
But the thing that enabled me to achieve what I was trying to achieve is the belief that I could. So I come from a really great background where my family believed in me and knew that I could do it, right? Especially my mother. You can
Wow.
do it. I'm so proud of you. And so knowing that someone was in my corner cheerleading for me really helped. And then my daughter, my firstborn, is an exhorter. So she encourages, and
Wow.
she gave me wind under my wings. And my second daughter taught me so much. She was 5 years old teaching me about
Wow.
life just because she came to this planet already so well equipped. And then, of course, my son, who wrote a little note to me that said, no matter what, keep persisting. I mean, he was a young elementary student when he said that, and I was in law school at the time.
Okay, yeah.
So what parts of myself am I excited for people to get to know? Well, see, I don't think highly of myself.
Just a humble woman.
No, I mean, I
Yeah.
know I've achieved some things,
course.
and I can win in court as a litigator, which is different than just being a lawyer. A litigator is a trial lawyer. Okay. It's even more. But I want people to know that if I can do it, you can do it.
That's amazing.
And
Yeah.
I'm not that special. So maybe I have some background that's exciting and I've gotten some achievements under my belt. But the truth is, it's all about what we believe in our minds. And if we believe that we can do it, we can do it. And I did this choreography once for Experian, which is a credit company.
Yeah.
And I was living in Atlanta at the time, but they flew us out to Arizona. And I did the whole I believe I can fly bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I just thought of that, but
That's, yeah.
I don't know. It starts in the mind.
Of course, it starts in the mind. We were discussing before we hit record that you shared with me that your purpose on this earth is to help other people.
Well, to rear happy, healthy children, as many as possible. And children you can be an adult walking around in a child's mentality because you're still living with a limiting belief when you were 5.
100%. Yes.
Right.
Yes. So that's exciting that like with this outlet, particularly with a strong, clear idea of why you're on this earth is
Yes.
what I'm most excited about with this, because when you have such a clear idea of what your purpose is and where you can speak on things that you know because of your life experience, people innately will hear that and their lives will be changed. So it is very exciting to have you on this platform and for people to get to know you and to hear the things you have to say, because I mean, just listening back to this, if you're watching, you do not sit on a high horse. You are a very humble human who has a lot of experience. You're very intelligent, but you're also incredibly compassionate. And that is, I think, very important when, encouraging people to snap out of their limiting beliefs.
We all have areas that we think are true about ourselves.
Certainly.
That we can identify as false. And so
Absolutely.
snapping out of those false beliefs gives us freedom.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Yeah. Well, I hope that people can take away from that because that's my goal.
They will. They absolutely will. This is all very exciting.
It is.
Thank you for
so
answering
too.
those questions. I'm really excited for.
Thank you for writing them.
Well, yeah, I'm just excited for people to get to know you, how I've gotten to know you, but also for me to learn from you. I'm very excited for this journey. So.
But that's kind of scary still for me.
Well,
I know we're starting to wrap up, but I can tell by the tone. But here's my thing.
What?
Like, you're going to get to know me.
Yeah.
I have to be like me.
You're you.
And I'm okay being the authentic me in my circle of friends, but
Sure.
putting it out there. So I guess you know what?
What's that?
This exercise in your saying, I want to get to know the real you, I'm thinking I'm going to help people, but people are going to get to know the real me. And then here's my limiting belief. What if they don't like me?
That.
They might not.
Hey, but it's what you do, I guess, with knowing that could be a possibility, and that's not going to stop you.
Well, I didn't care if people didn't like me before.
Right.
My colleagues or whatever, don't you realize that that's not very popular? I don't care. I really don't care about what people think about me. But then now I guess I still kind of do.
And that's okay. I'm here to support you in this.
Thank you.
We are going to do this together, and I think what you have to say is important, and the life you've lived is something to talk about. And I believe it will resonate with a lot of people. So,
and that's more important than being liked anyway. If I can help, then who cares? Even if they don't like the messenger, maybe they hear something that benefits them, and then it's all been worth it.
Correct.
So I don't have to be liked to get the message across.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So snap out of it.
Snap out of it.
And even if we've said snap out of it too many times and it's getting on your nerves, why? Let's identify what is the limiting belief.
Examine that.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I'm so looking forward to talking with you again next week.
See ya.